Hello, how's it going? This is Chad, and thank you so much for checking out this hangout. I really just want to welcome you, and really just wanted to appreciate you, and just really excited that you showed up. And if you're watching this on my blog, there's banners on the side all around, just about what we're doing. Click on one of those banners, and find out. You know, put your email in, watch the video, do the whole thing. If you're on my Facebook, definitely check out this. Just hit me up. Say, hey, you know, what are you doing? How are you having such good success? You know, I'm just want to get. I want to work with you. I want to get to know what you know, right? Because that's really what this is about, right? So this hangout, it's probably going to make me a little short, but I'm going to do what I can to give you some of the things that made me successful in my time. You know, in the short time, really having success online, and like really the of trying to have success in different things for a long time. And just, let me just kind of explain. Hey, Cindy, could you mute your thing? It keeps on switching to your camera.
Okay.
Thank you so much. So let me tell you a little bit about myself, and then we'll introduce everybody, and then we'll kind of do some training here. So my name is Chad. I'm from Michigan. I've done network marketing or some sort of direct sales, which was set up like a network marketing company pretty much for pretty much like 9, 10 years. And I never really had success, really, until probably the last 7 months, and then really just like a lot of success over the last 4 or 5 months, maybe 4 months, and or 3 months maybe even. But so the very beginning, I started doing a network marketing company, and we were a technology company, and we would call leads all day long, and I'd buy leads, about $100 a week worth of leads, and they would come in these spreadsheets online, and you'd call these people, and you'd set appointments with them, and then you'd send them to a website, and then you would get back and you'd do a interview with them, and really the idea of that interview was to expand their vision. So one of the things that I believe I learned back there, but maybe I lost it a little bit, was helping people expand their vision of really what they want out of this business. Because if you think of why you're here, it's not because of the money. It's about what the money can do for you. And if you think of right now of what that reason is right now, of why you want to be here, why you want to have success online, what kind of lifestyle that could give to you, and just to make sure if you're in my organization, you're in the right place and the right time, because we have something that we can set up that's called leverage. We have something that's set up where you can actually make money while you sleep. You can actually create a lifestyle that you're actually happy with. You can actually set up where you're not hating your situation like I was calling those leads, right? Like that, there was no leverage in that system. The only leverage was that I didn't really have to do the selling, where I'd send somebody to a website, where now I just learned how to drive traffic to things that are similar. It was weird. For 10 years ago, they were really kind of ahead of their time of having somewhat of a system set up. The only difference is instead of learning to actually drive traffic and be able to create leads and have systems do the selling for you, and then just sell stuff without really you actually having to call people, it relied on you and relied on my like backbone. Like if I wasn't willing to like make those phone calls, that thing was not working. There was nothing. and that's the cool thing is with what we have going on, and I'll kind of speak on how you can have success getting money right now, and then setting up systems and setting up content and setting up things that are going to pay you and give you leads over months, years. You know, I get leads from videos and vlogs that I made, 6 months ago. And that's powerful because those things are going to be paying me, and it's just residual. The content just keeps building. And so I'm going to kind of explain how that works. But first, let me finish kind of my story. I then after that network marketing company didn't necessarily work out for me. I could have stuck through it. I really could have. But I really just thought I had this mindset of this thing over here is going to be easier, or I just, you know, the reason people leave, the people that quit, is they lose faith in something that they can do it because they see people that are having success, but they just don't believe it for themselves, right? And if you believe it for yourself, you'll always be here. And I believe every single one of you can do what I do. It's nothing that you can't learn. It's nothing that you can't pick up pretty quickly, right? So, and I'm going to do my best to exchange my knowledge to you today. So, coming back a little bit farther into my journey, about 2 years ago, I got online and I started like what I thought was marketing, right? Which was more like spamming around, just putting links into groups, just hitting people up on Facebook, and really just there was no difference between what I was doing then than what network marketers do with when they go to Walmart and hit people up in the deli department, for their business. So, and even worse sometimes because at least if somebody's good at hitting somebody up in the deli, they're not going to be slamming links down their throat, right? They're not going to be walking up to people and saying, "Hey, here's my brochure," where a lot of marketers online, that's really all they know is just to really just slam people with their information and hope that it sticks. So we're going to teach you how to kind of flip that, and when you want to actually do some work and be able to create some sales right away, you can have skills of being able to do stuff like that with still having leads and sales coming in without you having to do anything with so anyways, so I'm doing door to door at the same time as I'm doing these internet marketing. And I was in Orlando, which is my boy Brian lives in, which we got to spend a lot of time together down at the event, you really need to get to these events. They're very, very, very powerful. So I'm living in Orlando. I'm doing door to door. I'm actually making more money than I've ever made in my life. And but the company was more totalitarian, fascist, I don't know what you want to call it, like very like rigid in their rules, very like you got to be at this meeting at this time, even though you're like one of the top salespeople, or we're never gonna promote you. I would say I was a sales mercenary essentially. I was somebody that I got to a point in my career where I could call any organization up in the country that did what I did and say, hey, I'm at this level, I can put these results for you. I need you to pay for this, this, and this, and I'll come down and perform for you. But in the same right, they're selling you a bill of goods of that they're going to help you run the company, and you're going to be a boss, and this and that. So you're selling them, they're selling you. So I fell for it, and they fell for it, and so I went down there, and I'm working for this corporation, for this company, and the guy that was making the big money, the guy that was in the office, that he lived in Tampa and had to drive all the way to Orlando every day for this job. And because if he wasn't there, it was just going to fall apart because he was really the leader, the backbone of the organization. And there was nobody else there that really, that could get anybody motivated, right? So he was making great money, but you could tell he hated his life. He hated the situation he was in. And I'm like, this is not where I want to be. This is not, I don't want to be told what to do. I don't want to be told that I couldn't run this thing the way I wanted to. I want freedom to be able to do things the way I want and when I want. And so I made a decision. I decided to get back online and get back into or get into the company that I'm currently with. Um, and I just jumped in. I really had a choice. I was living because as soon as I quit or got fired or whatever you want to call it, they took away my rental car. They took away my housing. I was like homeless essentially. Luckily, I had a couple dollars from the check before. My big check that I was really making big money hadn't showed up yet because there was always a 3-week lapse. And so I had about $150 in my bank. And I had a choice. I was like, either I can get on a plane and get back to Michigan and live that comfortable situation that I was used to living here, or I could make a decision and get into the business that I'm currently in and just take off and just knock, I basically took that door-to-door mindset to my business, and I really just learned to really speak to people properly and be able to, it's like that thing like hitting people in Walmart, but very persuasively, very being able to do it in a way where you're speaking from a mission and not from pitching a business, and a way that you can get the most success as possible. And I'm going to teach you guys that on this call here or this hangout here. But before I do that, I want to introduce Brian and Cindy. They are my superstars, and I want Brian. Why don't you take off first and tell them your story and why you're here, and just kind of explain, what's up.
Okay. Hey, I'm Brian. I got into this with Chad a couple of months ago and met in Orlando. Been going hard at it for the last few months, getting things going, and here to help my family make a living and have a better life. Really. Got a little boy, got three girls, and I want them and my wife to enjoy life. So that's why I'm here. That's the truth of it.
Awesome. Well, Cindy, why don't you tell a little bit about your story, introduce yourself, and then Brian, I'd like to talk to you a little bit about the event after. Cindy, unmute yourself.
Oh, okay.
No worries.
Yeah, I'm Cindy. I got started about a year ago. I resigned from my job. I had a 25-year job at a potato processing plant where I was kind of like a computer person there, but I had done a lot of walking around, and after 25 years, that wore my knee out, that I couldn't do that no more. So I went on disability for like 6 months, and then decided I couldn't do that no more. So I resigned, and then I started looking online for something to work at home, and then I found this company, and I've been working at it. The hardest thing for me was getting into videos, but some of the books I've been reading, they always say you need to go a little bit out of your comfort zone. So I've been doing videos every day, and so I tried to go, what am I going to, and get on this webinar and just keep working at it.
That's
I guess
awesome.
that's it.
Hey, congratulations on getting on here. I know this is really stepping out of your comfort zone and just amazing. Like seriously, this is like awesome. I'm really impressed. You seriously came a long way from when you got into this, and I just want to say how thankful I am of you and really appreciate you and thank you for being here and doing this.
Yeah.
So, Ryan, why don't you tell us a little bit about the Orlando event?
The Orlando event was great. You know, I got there, met you, and got to meet a whole lot of people who are doing this and successful at doing this. And that was the key to me. It was like to actually see that it works, because sitting home on the computer and doing it and not actually knowing any live people was affecting my outlook. So, you know, once I got to hang out and see and meet successful people and get ideas and set goals and ways to drive traffic and do things like that, that was the most valuable thing. A lot of people spoke about how their business is going, how they're doing it, and how to set those goals, how to take action on the goals they're trying to set and just make it happen. You know what I mean? So it was the highest value thing I could have since I've started this, was to be able to be and see results. Results drive people, and when you can see them and feel them, you get to want to take that action more. You know, so it drove me to go into more of this and to take those steps of emails and doing things that I need to do to make this work.
Awesome. And yeah, so you know, it was all because it was kind of a design with me where I targeted people in Orlando when I was with my marketing, way at the beginning, and it just worked out. It was just awesome how that worked out. But also, I mean, obviously you have a life and stuff, and you were able to make, get there and be, I told you, if you got all the products, I'd buy your tickets. So, I did it. So, and you got there. So good job, and life changing, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I can only imagine just being the first weekend. But okay, cool. So let me talk a little bit about this. I'm actually gonna send out, and you guys can if you guys want to put this on your blog, you can put it on your blog. You can embed it. Let me get you the embed code, and then you can share it too. But all right, so let me. While I'm doing this, I'm gonna post it. Brian and Cindy, I'm gonna post it in our group. So
Cool.
What am I doing here? Okay, so I want to talk about some things that it's funny is a lot of companies, what they do is they'll talk about going and finding your family and friends and doing that stuff, and that's doing whatever it takes right at the beginning for this, and you don't need to do that. It's not 100% necessary, but I believe that if you what am I doing? That's not what I wanted. I'm sorry. I'm trying to do 3 things at once here. Okay, so gotcha. All right, cool. Sorry, we're trying to get this out to more people. There we go. No, it's not copying it. Technical difficulty. See, that's the cool thing about this, man. You don't need to be a technical savant to be successful at this. All right, one more time. There you go. All right, cool. So we're here. So and let me tell you a story of why I'm looking over there. So sometimes, and maybe you guys have heard this story before, but sometimes you sleep with your laptop trying to listen to some soothing music to go to bed, or some subliminal things, and you know, your laptop's husband comes home and smashes its screen. You know, that just happens sometimes. I didn't roll over on it at all. I don't know what you're talking about. So we haven't hooked up to the big monitor. Anyways, so let's talk to you about how to get cash now, get people signed up, get signups, get leads, and do all that stuff for the now, while setting up content and setting up stuff that's going to pay you on the on the monthly and from years down the road, right? David Wood said that, you know, the very first blog that he ever did, he still gets leads from, which is, you know, it is crazy, obviously, to think that, you know, 3 years later that you're still going to get leads. So when you first start, you need to do both. You need to get out there and just do whatever it takes. Whatever it takes to get somebody to your, okay, first things first is that you need to get somebody to your website, right? And it's pretty simple. You just say, hey, you know, I just got this new business. I need you to, your opinion on my website. And you can just send them, you know, you can send them to your website. And then they're going to give you your opinion, and maybe they'll, like, opt in, right? Because that's your capture page, right? That you want to do that. So that's a step. That's a step in the right direction, right? That's a step of, you know, because you're getting, because all you need to do is figure out how many people you need to send to your capture page to get one to opt in. And then you need to figure out how many leads it's going to take you to doing that to get one sale, right? So those are the conversions that you need. Because, and let me say this real quick, maybe you're in a business right now and that you're not using a capture page to build your business or an autoresponder, and you're now working like I was knocking on doors. And let me tell you a story. I used to kill it. I used to just knock on doors and I'd make good money. I'd make like I was making almost 6 figures. I made $10,000 3 months in a row in one job. And then the most I've ever made in a week was $2,200, right? Which is okay. It is great for a job, right? Not too many jobs pay anything like that. But this is the thing. After that $2,200 week, when Monday came around, I had to do it all over again, right? I had to do it all over again. So you're not creating any sort of any residual aspect to your marketing. And you hear of residual income, and residual income is awesome, but you got to get the sale first, right? You got to get the sale first to get that residual income. But you should have residual marketing and residual income, right? So residual marketing to get your residual income, if that makes any sense. So having an autoresponder is going to give you a residual, even if your marketing is very linear, like knocking on doors essentially. Think of, and I'll give you the analogy of, if I had a situation where when I knocked on 50 doors, now every day, they would get a thing in the mail from me. They'd get something in the mail from me and say, hey, I know you weren't interested the first time I talked to you, but maybe you're interested now. Call this number or go to this website and buy the product that I was selling you originally, right? Think of how much more money I would have made, right? Think of how much more money I would have made in the times that I was knocking on doors, because I would be getting sales every, I'd be getting like 2 or 3 sales in a week that I didn't even have to talk to that person at that door. I would just get it because they were getting these mailings in the mail every day saying, hey, maybe you want my product now. Obviously, you're going to say it. You're going to treat your emails in a better way. You're going to add value. You're going to invite them to stuff like this. You're going to get them all excited about joining now, right? About teaming up with you and just and you're gonna see the value. They're gonna see the value that you can offer them, right? So and you might not think you have value, right? But this is the thing I will tell you is this: if you've gone through any of our products, you now have value, right? Because you now know how to set an attention, like in the first video in the 15K. You know how to communicate, like in the storytelling secrets with Dave Sharp. You know how to do these things that are going to help people with their business. If you can teach them how to get traffic to their website, if you're going to teach them how to drive traffic, capture leads, and convert sales, you are giving them value. So I digress. So if I had somebody going door to door, or that would follow up with my people that when I knock them, I would get more sales, and that's residual. It's a residual way of marketing, right? And then if I would have signed when I signed up people for because I sold cable when I sold door to door, and if I would have sold and I would have made a % on their bill every month, even if it was just 5% or something on top of my upfront sale. Think of that catch up. Think of how that's going to. It's going to snowball effect, and I'm just going to be making so much money from those residuals, and that's what we have here. We do residual marketing, so then we could make residual sales, and then also big upfront sales, which is just really nice being able to have a $500, $1,000, or $3,000 day. It's just really obviously income disclosure, and if you click on one of these banners around us, or if there's a link around here, at the very bottom of there's income disclosure, and you can check that out. Let's see what our average income is. But we're not really looking for average people. We're looking for people that are above average, people that are willing to do whatever it takes. But so let me talk real quick. So what I do when I got started is I just did whatever it took to get people to my capture page, and to get. Well, first let me tell you this. When I first started, I didn't get the idea. I was like, so if I'm talking to somebody on Facebook, do I send them to my capture page? Do I send them straight to the video? What do I do? And after a while, and every time I tell people this, they get blown away. So hold on. So what I do that's kind of different than a lot of people, and I learned this from Chris Recker a long time ago, when I first started Empower. I'll have them give me their email address, and then I'll opt them in, and then I send them the landing page, right? Because what that does is it takes away if you send somebody to let me walk you through every scenario here. If you send them to a capture page, about 50% of them are going to actually put their email in. If you send them straight to the video, you didn't capture an email, so you have no way of following up with them. So you become linear in your marketing. So there's linear, and it goes back to linear income, like a job, and residual income, like where you get paid monthly after over and over and over again, right? So you can get paid. You have no follow-up in your marketing if you don't have an autoresponder. So that creates that makes it where you have to do this over and over and over again, and you don't have anybody following up with these people and keeping your name in their inbox. Because essentially what you want to do is just, and then when they're ready to make a decision to change or to just make a, because there's people that are in other businesses that they believe, they're already doing something, so they maybe think that this might be a distraction, or they might think that this is. But this is really the thing is, I've had people sign up in other businesses. I'll give you an example. My friend Demetrius, he's a badass, right? He was in another company that does auto stuff. It's like it's like auto like roadside insurance and stuff, right? It pays you. You've probably heard of it. And he was probably doing pretty good in that company. But when he got into the company that we're with, with Empower, he learned how to market. When he got to Costa Rica, you could tell something changed in him. Something snapped. He just ate that thing apart and just took some of the ideas out of it and just blew it up. He blew his business up. Now he makes $3,000 a week in his other business, not counting all the money that he makes in this business. From blogging, from being able to get videos and be able to persuade people, be able to convince people to take action, right? To get them to be able to do things. Those are all the things he learned here. Right, so he was able to actually take what he learned here, and use it in his other business, and now he has multiple strings of income that is going to just propel him. And I'm not advocating like necessarily to spread yourself thin and look at a bunch of businesses, but if you're in a doesn't have a training program, that doesn't have a marketing campaign, like that doesn't teach you how to actually create residual marketing, this is something you need to take a look at, right? You need to create something. You need to be able to capture leads. You need to be able to, follow up with them, and then you need to set up. So these are the making money now, because you talk to a blank amount of people every day on Facebook. Say you hit them up and you just become friends and this and that, and you get their email and you opt them in, and then you send them the video, and you just do that over and over and over again. Say you do it 20 times. You're going to start making sales. My number was 25 emails to every sale that I got. So every time I talked to 25 people on Facebook, I would get a sale, and that was my numbers that I had, because I had a good system. I knew exactly what I was saying to them every time. I didn't pitch them my business. I told them my mission, and then I gave them a chance to check out my video and let the video sell. I don't do any selling when I talk to people on Facebook. There's no point. Especially, there's no point until they even see what you do, right? There's no point in convincing anybody to take action until they know what you're doing, right? And really, I'll give you the thing here. This is what you do. And this is the basic part. This is the make money now. This is the get sales in like a day or two. You could have your first sale in a day or two just talking to people on Facebook. Trust me, you could do it. And you just have to take massive action with it and really just decide that you're going to make that sale, right? So this is what you do. People are going to talk to you, and they're going to they're gonna pitch you their thing, and you say congratulations, I heard that's a great company, this and that, and they're gonna ask you what you do, and you have to come up with your own. And I'll tell you what mine is. Mine is to help people grow so they can leverage the internet to be free to pursue their dreams. Right? That is my mission in my business, and I mean, trust me, empowers my vehicle to do so. However, if it wasn't here, I would still be doing that. It would still that's still where I'm going. That's still what I'm doing. Um, and you know what? This lady's actually hitting me up now. I'm gonna ignore it because I'm focused on you guys. She's gonna have to wait. So anyways, okay. So that's the linear way of doing things. That's how you can make money now, right? You can just go out there and take action and get it done now. Now, what you do to get people coming back, see, this has multiple reasons. Your blog and making videos is very, very, very powerful because this is what it does. People will stalk you. They will. They're gonna stalk you. It's hilarious. But they'll be looking, they'll be watching all your videos, they'll be on your webinars, they'll be reading all your emails, they'll be doing everything because they want to know if you're the type of person that they can trust to do business with, right? That you're gonna be here, that you're going to stick through it. A lot of people just sit around. I will tell you, there'll be people that watch this webinar right now that have been waiting to make sure that I'm still within power, that I'm just going to be consistent, that I'm not going to just jump to another deal when something easier pops up or something that new and hot like jumps through my lap, right? So they want to make sure that I'm legit and like I'm the real deal. So there's people out there So this is why you need to write blogs, and this is why you need to do videos, just for that reason in its own right? For the branding, what it does for you. To show, when you're doing videos on a regular basis, it shows people consistency. It shows people that you are for real about your business, right? And I want to, commend both of you guys have been doing videos, and a great job. And blogs. I've been seeing both you guys' blog pop up in my activity feed, and it's so cool that with that thing. So now I can badass your thing and reblog and comment and do things without having to like go hunt your thing down. So that's really the cool thing about the blog beast that I've been really liking. So, anyways, so going back to the other reason that you need to create videos and blogs is for this getting them ranked and looking like an expert. So I have probably 200-ish videos, probably more than that, definitely more than that. I'm not really sure, I haven't counted, but I have a ton and a ton and ton and a ton of video on all different things. And what I've been able to do is I've been able to learn some tricks to get them ranked on YouTube and then on Google, so then they can get traffic to them. And I'll tell you that YouTube is it's really easy to rank YouTube videos, especially on YouTube. You can do it in like 10 minutes. It really, all you have to do is just get enough of certain things, and I'll teach my specific team how to do this. Maybe when we get off of here. So it's top secret training of some sort, and I can show you guys how to do that. That's not an issue. So anyways, so getting those videos ranked and getting those things up there. When people search in the search engine, you want to have your videos and your blogs have titles for things that people are searching for, right? So how to make money in network marketing, how to create leads in internet marketing, how to, internet marketing, how to have success, like things that people are searching for. And so what this is going to do is, I get probably, 5 leads a day just from my videos. Just from videos that are just how, a review on a company, review on the funnel I use, all kinds of different things. And just doing those things and that getting them ranked is going to get you, people are going to come to your videos, and then you're going to give them a call to action to click on the link and put your email in and watch the video. You're going to say that in your video. You're going to say that for people to take action and to buy from you, to just whip out the credit card and purchase the product that you're selling, right? So having those videos and having those blogs that people, when you can get those ranked on Google and people are searching for things, they're going to find you months and years and decades down the road, and they're going to buy whatever you're selling. They're going to join you in whatever business that you're promoting at the time. You're going to it's going to be you're going to get traffic and leads and sales going on for time after time after time after time, right? So you want to do both. You want to be able to talk to people, get people to your videos, and you're kind of forcing the effort. And this is what you have to do when you first get started, is just take action and do whatever you possibly can to get people to see your video and to capture emails and get those follow-ups going on and broadcasts and just sending people emails. You know what I mean? So, Brian, Cindy, do you guys have any questions on any of this? I can hear you, Cindy, if you have questions.
Oh, that's off. What about do you ever do postcard ads?
Postcard ads? I've never done postcard ads. Nope. I know people that have had success with it. Max Ziden has huge success with it. I've never done it. Any other kind of questions?
Do you pull leads off of Facebook, like you go to your friends and you take their email and enter it?
Yeah. So, well, Brian, we'll do like a thing. Like pretend like I'm messaging you right now. Like, hey Brian, what's going on? And you're like, hey Chad, how you been? This and that. This is the thing. You want to get as many people adding you on Facebook as you possibly can on a daily basis.
I am.
That's great. Don't add people.
I got blocked last week.
Yeah, exactly.
7 days.
Yeah, be careful. I just got warned the other day because I would find. I'll tell you the truth. I was adding cute girls that were also internet marketers. I don't know. You would see them. It's like, hey, you know this person. Suggest to add. I'm like, okay, she's cute and she's a marketer. Let's be friends. It just happens. Anyways. So what was I gonna say? So yeah. So you get people. Most of the people on my friends list, because I've made a new Facebook from kind of scratch, right? Are mostly marketers and networkers and different people that are in businesses. And the best way you can do that is you get into groups that are just either multi-companies that aren't a spam group, right? You don't want to get in a group that is just for spam, right? You want to get in you want to get in groups that are either for a specific reason that that people are just kind of connecting, and even if you can get in like a group, somehow get in a group that for a company that you're not in, that seems to be really powerful, and you just come off as a leader. Even if you're not a leader, you have an expertise in something, right? You want to, and if you don't, get one. Our products will teach you to be an expert in something. So you just do your best in helping people, and people will see you as a leader. They'll be attracted to you, and then they'll just start, and then just encourage them to add you on Facebook, and then you just message them, right? You just message them and say, hey, how's it going? What are you doing for marketing? And the other thing you can do is you can go on fan pages. Go on fan pages and find like that are like success driven or companies driven, like say Tony Robbins. You can go on Tony Robbins and you can say, reply to people's comments and say, hey, I'm looking for people that are success minded to network with. Send me a friend request. Stuff like that. I do a lot on like IBO Toolbox. You can go on IBO Toolbox. Get people to add you because they're coming to you. It's like a magnet, right? So getting people to add you is important. And then you never want to pitch them your business. You're not here to pitch your business to them. You're here to either you have one or two things in process. You're telling them your vision and what you're doing, and then how you're helping people, or like that's your mission to help people, or you're kind of helping them. You're like, because what we can do is we give them a platform to be able to market anything on, with our blogging platform. We give them training on how to market their business, regardless of what business it is. And the last one is if they're not in a business, if they're not like looking to make money, or are not, excuse me, everybody's looking to make money. Let me restate that. If they're not currently in a business, say they're just your friend or something, you can say, hey, I'm doing this business. Do you know anybody that would be interested in making some extra income? So the indirect option, right? That's how you deal with people. I don't do with it a lot, but like, hey, do you know anybody that's interested in making some extra income, kind of in the part-time online? And they'll be like, oh, well, tell me more about that. You could sit there and jabber all freaking day, telling them everything about your company. Don't do it. You get their email, you opt them in, you send them the video, and then you follow up with them. Say, hey, did you get a chance to check out that video? They're gonna say, yeah, it was, yeah, I did. Okay, great. What did you like most about that video? Right? What did you like most? What did you like most about this hangout? What did you like about what's going on right now? Right? So, and then they're gonna give you what they liked, or they're going to give you like him, how, around it, whatever. Great. Okay. If they sounded really excited about it, you say, okay, well, it sounds like you're ready to get started. And then there's yeah, I'm ready to get started. I'm ready to take action. And then you give them the link to your sign up. You don't give them a link back to your video, because it gives them like some shiny thing somewhere could pop up and you lose their focus. So you give them the link straight to their sign up page. So the sign up page, and then you say, hey, and then you tell them, hey, when you get done setting up, get back to me, and you get them to your our prosperity training site. And so you get them to the prosperity training site, and you tell them, hey, and you can see the ping pong back and forth. You say, hey, when you get done getting your system set up and your goal setting set up, get back to me. So you play this back and forth with them. It's a give take. If they're willing to do the work, you're willing to work with them. right? Just back and forth. But really, to tell you the truth, it seems like when they go to the site, they know what to do. They know what to do as soon as they get in there, because the system teaches them how to market. It tells them to get on this, and really, we want to be system dependent, not people dependent, because I don't know about you, but I want to live a good lifestyle, right? I have 65 people in my team, or excuse me, 70 people in my team. I've added 5 in the last couple of days. So, I have 70 people in my team. I can't handle having one-on-one, this is what you need to do, conversations with every single one of them. So we have the system that's going to train them, give them a step-by-step success blueprint to be able to go out there and make money, right? So it's able to give them what to do and train them and let them work at their own pace. Hopefully that pace is fast, make money now pace, right? So that's what we're able to do. And so you can go out and get money now while your blogs and your videos and your residual, even paid traffic. People think paid traffic is, I'm just going to pump a bunch of traffic through this capture page, they're going to watch the video, and they're all going to sign up. It's not really the case most of the time. So the best thing is to have that autoresponder, and you're going to send them messages every day, invite them to stuff, invite them to hangouts, invite them to empower hours, invite them to whatever is going on. We have something pretty much every day, every night of the day. Send them to your blog, make a video, send them to your blog. Get a video, send them to your video. Do whatever, send them to a Facebook post. You see an inspirational Facebook post, you send them to that. You just send them to things that, just to get them involved, get them to know, like, and trust you. You want them knowing what you know and seeing what you see. Because when you let them know about your life and what your things are going to be on a daily basis, you're going to have people that are just going to want to join you regardless, right? They might have not even been that interested in the business when you first showed it to them, but because they got to know you and they're like really into you as a person, they're just going to join you. They're just going to make a decision. So anyways, so do you guys have any questions about anything we went over?
No, sounds good.
So so you guys are both going to go out and make sales in the next 48 hours?
Yes.
Yes.
I want to do a thing with you. I want you to think of the person that you care about the most in your life, and this is going to be tough. It's going to be down here, right? And I want you to think of the person that you care about the most in your world. And right now you have that person in your mind, and you're picturing them, and now you and that person are in a doctor's office, and the doctor says, I don't think they're going to make it unless, and this is going to sound funny, but this can be really powerful if you really take this into unless you have to get, the person has 48 hours to live, but if you can somehow manage to get one blogging customer in the next 48 hours, they'll live. So now, what are you going to do to get that one blogging customer?
Anything.
You're going to do whatever it takes.
Yeah.
All right. So now that we have the right mindset, let's anybody that's going to get in, just make a decision. Click on the links, banners. If you see this on Facebook, if you an email that I send you, go back to the email, find the join button, join now. Seriously, just get in. It just makes sense. Think of it this way. This training and teaching, especially like what David Wood was just going through right now, in just the $25 training, is seriously going to change your life, and you're going to be able to take these skills and put them towards anything. It doesn't matter what it is. It could just be anything. This is going to make you more successful. Pretty much, if you look at anybody in any business that are just having massive success right now out there, they've learned the principles that we teach here, and most of them were in here. We're in Empower. So that's just basically what it comes down to. So click the link, make a decision. Thank you. Have a great day, and we'll turn this off, have a little chat real quick, and then this is where the secret stuff comes in, guys. I'm going to teach them the secrets of the universe right now. You have to get in to learn them.